Good afternoon, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, the Cubs game is on right now. It is just about almost 2 o'clock, or yeah, almost 2 o'clock. And the Cubs game is on. It's a doubleheader today because yesterday's was rained out. And I thought it was like just a rain delay, right? It was hailing. I saw one of the Cubs players posted like a video on Twitter or something like that. And it was like, I mean, it looked like it was like snow on the ground, but it was actually just hail. It was crazy. You guys should try and look it up and see if you can like Google it or something like that. But it was crazy the amount of hail that was there. I've never seen so much. Like, it's hailed here and we've gotten like, you know, big chunks and, you know, where it litters the ground and stuff like that. But I mean, it was so much that like you could barely even see like the ground. Like, it was just crazy. So I totally understand why it was the rain delay. Like, by the time I saw it was only raining at that time, and I was like, okay. I was like, so is it gonna stop? And then they were like, oh no, there's no, you know, it doesn't, the forecast doesn't look very good. So it's a double header today, and right now it's the bottom of the second. Like, the game started like 1:10 or 1:20, something like that. So about a half an hour or so ago. And now I'm watching that. But since they're going to be playing right now and then also again tonight, I'm going to try and get some videos done, some vlogs edited and stuff like that, and uploaded and things, because I'm behind. And on top of that too, guys, today my mom also had an exterminator come and spray our house for like bugs and things like that. Not like rodents or anything, but just because, I mean, like, our house is older too, and so like, especially like, all of the windows except for the ones in the living room are all original to the house. And so, I mean, there's like cracks and crevices and things like that where plenty of spiders and things like that can get in. And we get spiders and like little tiny ants too in the like springtime, especially like near the kitchen. And I do a really good job of spraying it down. I heard vinegar works really well, so I use some of my homemade spray in the kitchen, and they have been down so much since last year. But they actually just came and did it right now. And the funny thing is, they were right outside the window. Like, they just spray like the property and stuff like that, or like around the house, I guess, and do the windows and all that kind of stuff. And so when they did the windows, like, they like were like, you know, put the scrubby thingy whatever around the sides of the windows, and Bliss is like staring at it, and it scared me too because I didn't know they were here yet. I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? And all of a sudden there's this like, you know, big like broom looking thing outside the window. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I was like, okay, it's just, you know, this stuff. So which we had them done, like, we haven't gotten it done in a long time, but it's like pet friendly and safe and everything like that. But we got it done like, I think when we first moved in or something like that. And so that's why. And we used to have a lot of trees on our property though, which we actually have no trees anymore left on our property. But when we used to, we would get ants upstairs because the tree actually hung over like the our house, like over the roof. And so the ants would get into like the upstairs, and they were like bigger, like carpenter ant sized ants. I remember up there. But then now that there's no trees, we've actually had very little problem. But it's just a good idea to get that kind of stuff done, like, you know, in the spring and stuff like that. I have no clue how much it cost. My mom just like randomly was like, oh, I'm gonna have an exterminator come today. I was like, okay. And then on top of that too, like, the back door that we have, like, because our outside door is really old too, and it has got like I think it's original to the house too, and so it doesn't do a very good job. It's very drafty too, and that's how you kind of know that you might get some unwanted pests in the house, is when it's very drafty in like a room like that. My room actually hasn't been that bad. I haven't had like, I actually haven't seen any spiders either, with the exception of like a couple so far, which is kind of good. But it's also kind of chilly out, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But anyways, guys, so I'm going to watch this game, edit some, and then I'm not totally sure if we are going to Matthew's volleyball game or not tonight, because it is pretty far away and my dad has to work a little bit later, I think. So I'm not totally sure. There is a game tonight, but from what my dad said, I don't know for sure if we're going. But we will, if we do, I'll I'll add some footage for you guys. So guys, for dinner tonight, I am having some of this quinoa, like black bean burrito bowl. It's actually, my mom got these 2 Ancient Harvest quinoas on clearance at Walmart for $2, which is really good because normally I think like a 2-pound bag at Aldi is like $5 or something like that. So this is like 2 pounds for $4, which is a really great price. This one is the tri-colored one, and this one's just regular. So there's a recipe on the side for this one, which is the burrito bowl. And oh my goodness, guys, I had all the ingredients, which I like never have cilantro, but I had some left over from the salsa that I made, so I ended up making this, and I should have enough left over for what's it called, like lunch tomorrow and possibly dinner as well. And then this one too, which I think I have all the ingredients for, I could possibly make late in the week, is I might need to double check. Well, actually I don't have spinach, and I don't know if I have corn or not, but the chickpeas, I know I have some of that. So if not, I might have to pick it up, and I can make this next week. So yeah guys, awesome find, because this Ancient Harvest stuff, like I said, is normally really expensive. Like at Walmart it was $5 alone for 1 package. I know at like Valley Produce and Caputo's I've seen them go for a lot more money than even that. So that's what's for dinner tonight. I put some avocado over the top and a little bit of my homemade salsa too. Well guys, I realized that I actually am not sure that I recorded any puppies today for you guys, other than I did post some on Snapchat and I saved the footage, so I will include, or I will have included it for you guys. Oh my goodness, are you taking yourself for a walk? But dinner tonight too, it was so good, guys. Honestly, like I told you guys, I just used a recipe on the side of the box, because I was like, I'll try it, and it was so good, honestly. Because like, if you don't do quinoa right and you have too much quinoa and like not enough of everything else, the quinoa kind of is like overtaking, at least like in my personal opinion. And like I said, like if there's not enough flavor in there, all of a sudden like all you can taste is the quinoa. It's kind of the same with rice for me too. It's like if I don't have something that's like really flavorful in there with the rice, then the rice just kind of becomes like really filling really fast. And this, oh my goodness, it was so good, guys. Honestly, it was kind of similar to a like quinoa like burrito bowl kind of thing that I've made in the past, but this one had like the black beans, and like the way that the black beans were made was so tasty. So I'm definitely going to make that one again. Like I said, I still have some leftovers in the fridge. Will probably be for lunch tomorrow and possibly dinner as well. But I actually ended up having a second bowl, so it was really good. But yeah, puppies, guys, as far as they're concerned, my mom got them little collars, like from Walmart, just like a couple dollar little collars or whatever. And so we started taking them out on little walks, like so they can get used to walking on a leash. And they were super cute. So that was the footage that I did get today. And then also too, they we ended up letting them kind of run in the kitchen like we did, I think the first day or the second day. Well, the second day I guess we got them, which wasn't yesterday. I think we've had them now for 3, 4, well, we got them Saturday night, so it would have been on Sunday. We let them like just run in the kitchen and stuff like that, and my mom did it this morning just because like if they are like in their cage, then they just like cry and cry and cry. And so, but like if they're, you know, running around in the house or whatever, but it has to be, we have to make sure that they're locked up like pretty well, because they have to be in the kitchen where like they can't get into the living room because there's too much they could get into in there. And in the kitchen too, it's all tiled, so if they do have a little spill or whatever, you know, a little accident on the floor is easy to clean up instead of like in the living room where it's on carpet and hardwood and all that kind of stuff. So you know, that's easier to clean up afterwards. So that's why we just let them run in the kitchen and then the hallway and stuff like that. So we did that this afternoon, and I actually was gonna go get my camera, but unfortunately right when I was about ready to is when we actually ended up putting them away. And I didn't even know that my mom was taking them out until afterwards. And then I was like, oh, and then I kind of got stuck, and I didn't want to try and get into my room because as soon as I did, all of them start following me. And I'm like, no, you guys can't come in here. So, because I got some, stuff on the floor and things like that I need to clean up. But I was able to get to a couple vlogs today. I watched the first Cubs game. They ended up losing, I don't even know, like 10-3 or something. And then the second game, which was on tonight, I didn't watch because I was working on some other stuff on my computer. They ended up winning like 8-1, I think, or something like that. I was like, wow, I just need to not watch the Cubs and they'll apparently win. But I did get some footage, or a couple vlogs. I got 2 uploaded today, and I think I edited 3 or 4 or something like that. So that's good because this SD card is actually almost out of storage, and I need to get it onto my flash drive, but my flash drive has already got some footage on there that I need to edit because I'm going to start running out of space. So anyways, though, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.